Make no mistake, guys, Endgame was one of the best movies out there, but it still has its problems. What's up, YouTubers of the world? Make Your Geek Benson here, ready to give you guys a talk about a major problem with how Endgame ended. So if you guys have not yet seen the movie, then click away right now because there will be massive spoiler reveal talk in this here video. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a minute here. All right, if you're still here, then that means you don't care or you've already seen the movie. So I'm going to talk to you guys about a major plot point that was crucial to the film, yet at the same time caused problems for the ending of the film. Now, I'm not saying the ending was bad. The ending was phenomenal. It was great. No better way to end it, but it still doesn't change the fact that it causes problems with what they might do with the story structure of it in future films for the MCU going forward, such maybe not as Spider-Man Far From Home, but some other ones like a sequel to Doctor Strange or a sequel to Captain Marvel or no, not Captain Marvel, but you guys get what I'm saying. What kind of a way will they fix this at coming in other films coming in after Endgame, after Phase 3 and everything? And why is that? Well, the problem lies in three major characters, and that is Thanos, Captain America, and Nebula. And the plot structure of the film that defined everything of it, which was a great love letter to all of us who had stayed with MCU for all these years, from the start of Iron Man all the way to Endgame. And that was in the fact that it revolved around time travel and traveling back in time to get the Infinity Stones from the past so they can bring them back to the present and restore what Thanos did in Infinity War. You see, at the beginning of that film, they did kill Thanos, but they couldn't be able to bring everyone back because Thanos, after what he did, after he did the snap in Infinity Wars, destroyed the Infinity Stones in the present time. That's what made him have to go in the past. But in the process, that's what brought Nebula of the past and Thanos of the past to the present. Yes, because after the Avengers had gained all the Infinity Stones of the past, they went back to the present timeline, but they didn't come back alone. You see, when they were on that mission, Nebula of the past and Thanos of the past, which was in 2014, taking place during when Guardians of the Galaxy was just starting, and they were all on their journey to starting to meet each other. Well, they knew of their plan, and they decided to use this to their advantage. Nebula went back in place of her present time, and she was able to bring Thanos of the past to the present, which led to that epic titanic battle of all the Avengers and Thanos meeting his end when Iron Man did the snap himself. But there's where the problem lies. If Thanos of the past went to the present and fought them there and dies in that present, that pretty much is saying that an Infinity War never happens. Yeah, Infinity War, anything that dealt with Thanos and what he did before Infinity War and then when Infinity War started, means it never happens, because that's really how it works in time travel. And then you got Nebula of the past, who was killed by Nebula of the present. But there's also something else. But doesn't Nebula of the past die and mean that the present Nebula should die too? Yeah, that means she shouldn't exist, and that means there would be no relationship progression wise for Gamora and Nebula back in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And but they're not the only ones. Also, you got Captain America, who went back in time to return the stones to their proper time and place, along with Mjolnir, but then he decided he'll go back to his time where he can finally be with Peggy and owe her that dance he promised her all those years ago and get married to her. And I think that, and I'm not sure, but maybe that would also interrupt the past with Steve too. Like maybe think about it, with him being in the past. Now that doesn't necessarily mean, now because this is the present from Endgame going back into the past right there. So yeah, never mind that. What I was gonna say is, does that mean that Captain America from from Avengers all the way to Avengers Endgame didn't happen, but no, it happened because that was the past Steve Rogers who was awakened by Shield when they found him. However, though, what does that do? Would he like warn them of the present? No, probably not, because the present Steve, who decided to go back and live with Peggy, probably decided to live a quiet life and just not and just go by a new identity, a different identity, mind you. But still, what would that say for Peggy in the present, back in Winter Soldier, when Captain America would talk with her when she was in the hospital bed, and for when she died in Civil War? Does that all that still happen? You see, guys, this is kind of the problem with wanting to use time travel as the way to end things, because it leaves you with some big confusing questions and things, wondering things like, what, so does this happen at all, or does that happen at all? And I know in the movie they were talking about how the time travel things going on in Back to the Future and other pop culture movies they were talking about, they're all fake. They all don't work that way. And I think that's what the Russo brothers were trying to tell us, that those time travel plot movies, they don't work like it does here. But I think it's pretty clear though that even still if they don't, what about this whole thing with Thanos? It still don't make sense, especially when a Thanos from the past in 2014 comes to 2023, and I say that because there was a 5 year time jump. I mean, five year flash forward at the after the beginning of Avengers Endgame. So yes, that means that the past in Infinity War never happened. So while Endgame was great, the characters were awesome. It was a great love letter to us as fans of the MCU universe. It still left a problem with the ending that just really doesn't make sense, and you can't really ignore that part about it. But I just wanted to throw that out there. I would like to hear what you guys thought of this video and my ideas on it. Like, even some of y'all disagree with me, please leave down your explanations on how it can better explain to me to understand better. If y'all understand, please do. Please leave them in the comment section down below. And hey, if you guys agree with me, you can also add more to it. Talk about more that I missed on this video. But I just wanted to make this video to talk about some of the negative impacts of it, and that really being how it all ended, the problem with the ending. But in any case, guys, if you enjoy my videos, all you gotta do is click that like button and hit the subscribe button to be notified when I make more videos. Until then, I'll be seeing you guys next time. Mega Geek Mixer, signing out. Bye!